The definition of the award is to honor someone who has shown exceptional generosity.
That's Sarah Anton, co-chair of Philanthropy Day, an annual education and celebration event from the Philanthropy Partners of the Cape and Islands. A highlight of the day is the award for Outstanding Philanthropist of the Year. The award celebrates the spirit of giving, and this year, the award took an unusual turn.
My mom first came up to me, told me I'd won it. I had no idea what it was. She explained, and I was surprised because I was so young. I was surprised, but I was also very happy. And I felt like I was creating hope and raising awareness of those less fortunate than us.
That's Adrian Umer, this year's Cape and Islands Outstanding Philanthropist of the Year. The 10-year-old BREWSTER student not only gives, but he also created a process and a catalyst for ongoing giving.
Adrian was nominated by the Homeless Prevention Council because when he was 7 years old, he learned about homelessness in school, and it made him very sad. And he went home and he told his parents, I want to help these people. Normally, that you wouldn't think of a 10-year-old boy as a recipient of the Outstanding Philanthropist Award, but he truly embodies the spirit of generosity and forces us to look differently at philanthropy, shows us that anyone can be philanthropic, that philanthropy doesn't have age, or it's not tied to age or status. It's truly symbolizes how we move about through the world.
So in second grade, someone came into the school and talked about how people were homeless, and I was really sad because I had no idea. So I donated my Christmas money, my birthday money.
He was so upset, and he wanted to donate all his money. So we had just moved to the Cape, so we started researching who's working on that. He said, can we build a house? Can we do that? This and that. And so we did some research on who's working on housing stability on the Outer and Lower Cape. That's how we found HPC, and then eventually we found CDP as well. And so then after he made that first donation, he said he wanted to do more.
Then I decided I loved cooking, so I figured I'd do something I love, and other people love getting my food because it's so good, and then I would donate the money to help my community.
He took action and he started a business. He always loved to cook, so he started a business in his kitchen, and he sold food to folks in the community, and all of the proceeds that he made, he donated to the Homeless Prevention Council.
We started talking about how he could make money to then give away and do something good along the way, and what kind of talents and interests he had that he could start a small business with the idea of generating profits. That was kind of the fall of second grade, and then at the end of second grade over the summer was when we launched. So it was about 6 months later.
What launched was Loco Dose. Adrian, with support from mom, dad, and younger sister Amira, produces and sells food, including the popular granola and morning protein balls, because Adrian loves to cook.
I think from the time, both of our kids were around, me and Melissa love cooking and love being in the kitchen. And so it's always been something that brought us together even before we had kids. And so as Adrian and Mira came into our lives, we spent a lot of time in the kitchen. And, we both come from different heritages and cultures, with Melissa's family kind of rooted in generations of Italian immigrants. My family, both my mother and father, immigrated from India. And so at the intersection of both our backgrounds but our culinary interests, we find that there's a really interesting dichotomy of kind of flavors and spices and just a culture of coming together around food. And so we wanted to pass that to our kids. And so from very young ages, even before they could talk and certainly read, very involved in the kitchen.
Yes, I cook usually 4 things every week of the summer and do holiday specials. And my menu is out right now on locodose.org, and the orders are in. My best seller for now is my granola. So people can see it. This is the bag we put it in, and that's our sticker design. And there's cranberries, oats, coconut, spices, usually pumpkin pie spice, maple syrup, and vanilla, brown sugar, and a lot of other good things to make it this.
When he was 3, our pediatrician said, "You have a very spirited child."
Big personality.
Big personality. He was very persistent. He had really big ideas. He was very articulate. He felt a lot. And she told us to stick with it. And
Adrian plays a big role as a catalyst. So I think people can rally behind someone like Adrian who wants to take a stand and speak out and speak up and use his talents for good. But it's created a snowball effect around others around the community, learning about homeless prevention and the unhoused and wanting to contribute. And so, every time someone buys another container of granola, they're contributing to housing stability on the Cape.
I've donated over $1,000 because to HPC, the Homeless Prevention Council of Cape Cod, and because I didn't want people to be without homes. I think that everyone should have a home, everyone's basic needs are being met, and everyone lives a happy, fun life.
The Outstanding Philanthropist Award this year, it really brought things back to the beginning where, philanthropy is about noticing a need and really feeling it in your bones and choosing to take care of each other, because especially today, we need to be taking care of each other in our community.
Are you going to keep doing this?
Yes, I'm going to do it for as long as I live. So then, eventually, when I leave this world, it'll be a better place than it was.